Hey everyone, welcome back to ML Works. In this video, we'll be continuing with our series on UI framework for building generative AI application, and today we'll be building real-time ASR and TTS with Gradio, Whisper and Gtts. So Gradio is used for building the web interface and Whisper is for ASR model, and then comes our Gtts, which is text to speech from Google for converting our text into speech. So when it comes to the features that we'll be adding to our web interface is we'll be able to capture audio from microphone, or we can upload an MP3 file, and we'll be integrating OpenAI's Whisper for generating the accurate transcription. And then moving on to TTS, we'll be uploading a text file, or we can type in our text to generate our speech. So next, let us talk about the Gradio interface. So this is how it will look like. So first we have our tab for speech to text, and then we have a tab for text to speech. And in text to speech, we can either type in our text into the text box, or you can upload a text file. And there is this section for generated audio, and there is a status bar, and there is generate speech button below this status bar. And when it comes to requirements, so we'll be first using Python 3.7 or above, and you can install Gradio for the web interface, OpenAI and Gtts for the models, and NumPy for data transformation if required. So let us move on to our first file, which is model.py, where we have our two models. So if you notice here, so there are two functions. First is speech to text, and other function is text to speech. And first we import Whisper, and then we import Gtts for text to speech. And what we do is, for speech to text, we initialize st underscore model. So first we use whisper.load model, and we pass in this parameter called base. So base will be the parameter for downloading the base model from Whisper Hub, and that will be stored. ASR model has STT here. Then what we do is we create a function called as speech to text, and which takes in a parameter called audio. If audio is not present, then we send a notification or a message like please upload or record an audio. Otherwise, what we do is we once get the audio, we just transcribe it using that specific model, get the response as result of text. So this is for speech to text. Then we move on to our text to speech. Here we take in either text or file. If you notice in the UI, I have mentioned we have this input text. This is your text parameter, and we also have this section for uploading file. So this will be handled with the help of this specific parameter. Let us understand this specific part where we input text. We set the input text variable as empty, and if a file is present, then we read that file, and that will be updating our input text. If we don't have an input file, then we go ahead and take the text from the text box. If there is no text inside the text box, or there is no file uploaded, then you just provide this message that no text is provided. And then we go ahead and generate the speech with the help of Gtts. So here you pass the input text, get your text speech from here, and then you store it as an output.mp3. This will be shown as the message on the UI. Now let us move on to our much more important code, which is the UI, where we have first we import Gradio has gr, and then we import the two functions, which is speech to text and text to speech. So once you import those, we start off with our block. So generally Gradio considers the whole screen as one block, and inside this block you can create multiple rows or sections such that you can add components to those sections. So first we create a block which is running as demo, and then we start off with markdown. This will be the kind of an headline or title for the specific UI. And then we start off with first one tab, which is for speech to text, and there is another tab for text to speech. So if you notice in the UI, we have these two tabs, speech to text and text to speech. That's what is written here. So in the first tab is speech to text, we have something called as row inside it. So inside the tab we can have multiple rows or multiple columns as well. So we use row first. So inside the row we take in our audio, or we can take in our text box. So here what will happen is, when we say gr.audio, we mention that we can either take the audio from microphone or we can upload an audio file, and it will be the type of file path, and the label for the audio is input audio, and this will be stored into audio input. Then we have our text box. So once the transcription is done, it has to be stored into text box. So this will be your STT output. Now this is with respect to our input and output. So what we do is, then we move on to our next step outside of the row, where we have a button called transcribe, and when you click this button, you make a call to this function, which is speech to text, which takes the inputs, which is an audio input, and it will generate an output which will be stored inside stt underscore output variable. So this is how the whole process will go on for speech to text. Now comes our text to speech, which is a separate tab, and inside this tab we have a row, and inside this row we have a column. So inside this column we take in the input, which is either a text box or a file. So if you notice here, so this is our, okay, let me go back here. So you will notice this is our tab, this one, text to speech. Then we have a row inside which we have a column. So this column, you have this text in box, and there is upload one. Okay, so if you notice here, within this column you have this text box, and there is this upload option, and there is outside this column, which is this one, okay, which is this one, where we have this gr audio, which is the generated audio. Now comes our, outside of this row and column, we have our status, then we have our button for generating the speech, and once you click this button, which is generate speech, then we'll pass the input, which is either from the text box or from the file, and it will be sent to this specific function, and that will be stored as a, that will generate a response which will be stored into TTS audio output, and it will also give you the status, which is conversion successful. So if I go back to this specific model.py file, you will notice there are two things coming out of this function. One is output path, and there is conversion successful. So this is your status. So let me go back here. So this is your status, which is conversion successful, and this is your output path. So after this, what we do is we just launch the specific block, okay, at the end. So this is with respect to the UI. Now let us just run this whole code and see how it works. So let me go here. So I am not inside the virtual environment. So first let me switch to the virtual environment. So VNB, and then followed by bin activate. So now let me go to the specific file, which is Gradio UI. So first I have to switch to this, then I have to switch to this specific folder. Let me see if I have here Gradio UI. Yeah. So now let me type in Python 3 Gradio UI. So let us run. So now the Gradio is up and running. It is running on port 7860. So let me click this. So this is the UI for our application. So here you can notice our two tabs, speech to text and text to speech. And first let us record an audio, or so let me record an audio first. Okay. So this is asking for the permission, so allow this time. So let me pass in some audio here. So I have already spoken, so it is getting recorded now, and it will be, once you stop this, then it will be generating the transcribed text once you click the transcribe button. So let me stop it here. Let me transcribe it. So this is the transcribed text. So whatever I spoken now. Now we can also upload a file here. So let me upload a file, mp3 file, so which is present inside my this specific repository. So here I have this speech recording mp3 file. Yeah, so let me transcribe that. This is also fast. So we got our transcribe text as well. Now if you want to hear it, let me just run this one.
Tim gently picked up the crumb and placed it nearer to the ant's hill. The ant paused, seemed to wave its antennae in
So it works fine. Now let us move on to text to speech. So here you can either type in your text or upload a text file. So I'll go ahead and upload some file. So here I have inside desktop, I have this text file. I'll open it, and here I have this button for generate speech. So this is processing. Now let us see. So you got this status, which is conversion successful, and this is our audio. So let me run this.
Tim gently picked up the crumb and placed it nearer to the ant's hill. The ant paused, seemed to wave.
Yeah. So this also works fine. Now let me type in something here. So let me clear this text first, and let me type in some text here. LLM is a large language model which generates text. So let me generate a speech for this. So let us see.
LLM is a large language model which generates text.
So that also works fine. So you can also download this specific audio here, or you can share it if you have that option. So that option is not enabled right now. So everything is working fine as expected. So only thing is, just to give you a note here. So first thing, right, if you go into this code, it will look for specific what input. If both the inputs are present, okay, so it will look into that model .py. Okay, so if the file is present and text is also present, then it will take this file first. Okay, and it will generate the audio. So that's how it will happen, because that's how we have given the condition. Otherwise you can clear the specific text or specific audio file, and then you can pass in the text, then you will get your response. So yeah, with this I'll be concluding this video. Thank you for watching.